This system allows me to operate entirely resolution independent. So since I can retrieve my input signals from an SDI socket from any kind of network source, regardless of what is, even including frame rate conversion on the input side. In the exact same way, actually, I can treat my outputs though. What we see on screen right now, we have individual aspect ratios on screen, and you see one on top over there, which is called big screen. The big screen, like a 32:9 canvas in this respect, I can do this on any other type of switcher as well. But here it's done way more simpler. Just to give you an example how that would be done in another system. Let's say I'm going to a 32:9 like this. And you can see there are 3 boxes here in the same way. And as long as they've been static on that screen, they all will behave okay. But as soon as the director will tell me, can you move the center box around? And I would try to do so. Move my center box, which is in this case my left box in this scene. Use this around, move this around, click on this and go into transform. And then you see how it breaks apart in this respect. Now when I do this on the server architecture I'm using at this moment, I'm going to my big screen layout again. The system allows me actually to determine the canvas size on a scene by scene and on an output by output level. So when I look into upper screen, in the upper right corner in my screen and click on my big screen scene, you see there's a resolution for X and there's a resolution for Y, and this has been live rendered, and doing this will not affect any other of my outputs within the system. I simply just put them back into the position, saying when I have it back on this size or even on Y. If I need a very thin, let's say, advertisement banner for the stadium application, I can even shrink this thing down and saying, okay, make this very thin, very small, and still it's been rendered live and will not affect any other of my outputs within the system. I can have then coexisting 600 by 600, 800, 800, any odd number if I want to. I can use the slider in order to get the scale, or I simply type it in by number and be back on my 3840 by 1080, and I'm on this situation. Now taking the center box again, and you see this is not anymore 2 ME stitched together to create this canvas size. This is one big canvas, and now going into my transform of my center box, and you see I can just simply move this entire thing around, and I'm not having to pay too much attention about it, how to not cope with any other, let's say, software, additional software I would use in order to cope with that on any other system.